Hello and welcome to another episode of the Duffel Podcast. I'm here with my husband, Ezra Chavez.
You want to restart it?
No, it's okay. Let's just go for it.
Okay.
They get the real and the raw
Uh-oh.
with my husband. So today we are going to start off with a little game that I invented. It's called Do You Hear What I Sing? No. It's called Do You Hear What I Sing? It's a Christmas game. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
So I am going to sing. I'm not going to sing. I'm going to hum a song. And Ezra has to guess if it's a Christmas song or if it's a song from a movie.
Okay, I can do this.
And I tried to pick movies that you've seen but aren't super familiar with. Okay.
All from the 1940s and 1930s.
Yeah, right. And I did try to pick Christmas songs that you might not know. Because maybe you have heard them, maybe you haven't.
Okay.
Because, I could go like this.
Away in a Manger?
Exactly.
Man, now you're going to be testing
But
my knowledge of the title of the songs.
Yeah,
because I know a lot of songs. It's the title I don't really know.
Okay, all you have to do is say Christmas or movie.
Oh,
okay.
Easy.
Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Gotta figure out which one to start with. Okay.
Christmas. Just because I know Emily loves Christmas. That's my first guess. Keep going. That was just a teaser.
I think I started way too low. Let me start over.
Man, I don't know this one. Sounds like a movie.
I hope that none of my sisters are going to be like, that was a horrible rendition. But yes, I think that's the Hobbit theme song.
Oh, wow. Sounds more of like a theme song than a song.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to go slow so that it would sound more Christmassy.
Wow.
And I'm also not trying to hum these super well to kind of throw you off.
You did throw me off. At first I thought it was a... But that's not a Christmas song.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Hopefully I just nailed that Hobbit theme song.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
As soon as I heard it, I was like, oh yeah, Hobbit.
Like, oh yeah, Hobbit. Hey, you got it right then. You said movie. I did. That was good. Okay.
Christmas.
Yes. Wow.
I don't know which one it is.
You're good. That's a song that goes, there's a song in the air, there's a star in the sky.
Wow.
It's not an oldie? It is. I think it is, yeah. Okay.
This is harder than I thought. This is a movie. Narnia. Right? Yeah, this is the part of Narnia where... Wait, no. Yeah. Yeah, that's when Mr. Thomas, or Tumnus is...
Tumnus?
Yeah,
it kind of does sound like that flute song that he plays, huh?
Is it not?
It's not.
What?
No. It's Christmas.
Oh, man.
And I don't know all the lyrics, but it goes... Do 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 do, pata pata panda, da 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 da.
Wow.
Merry Christmas Day.
Man.
Anyways.
We should play those back to back or side to side.
Play them.
Like the song and then Mr.
Oh,
Thomas.
the song he plays. Yeah, we should.
On the flute or whatever that thing was.
Totally, because the little dirge he plays does kind of have a melody like that. Now that you say that, yeah.
Man, that got me.
What if they hijacked that Christmas song?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe it's like
it is like Christmas themed.
It is. Yeah, maybe it's like a secret insider knowledge, you know. Kind of like Aragorn breaking his toe on the helmet when he kicks it. Like,
right.
Did you know
exactly.
Mr. Tumnus plays Pan or whatever that song's
Wouldn't
called.
be surprised.
Oh man, that's good. Okay. Okay, I gotta remember how this song goes.
Oh yeah, easy movie. I was like, I think it's going in that direction. That gives it away.
Dun, 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 dun. I was trying to go slow in case you think it was a Christmas song. Okay.
That was a good one.
Oh man, I might just end it with that. I have another one, which I was actually listening to earlier, and I'm not super familiar with it, so I'm trying to remember how it goes, and I'm stalling right now. Oh man.
Movie? Is it from Spirit?
Hey! It is! Nice! Wow, you nailed that one.
Ended on your favorite movie?
Ended on my favorite movie. Do you feel like that's the best soundtrack ever made?
No. I don't have an opinion on best soundtrack ever made.
Man. Comment below. That's gotta be the best soundtrack ever. Oh man. Well, hey, you nailed the last one. I can barely remember how that song went, but yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Anyways, that wraps up Do You Hear What I Sing? So,
there'll be more to come.
There'll be more to come, yes. I gotta find some more obscure Christmas songs because you did pretty well with that. So, yeah, let's just move on to talking about our week. I've had a pretty regular week, just being a stay-at-home mom, hanging with the kids. Ezra was reminding me earlier that I have this intuition with the kids and them going potty that I never really act on. So sometimes the kids will have to go potty, and I think to myself, I'm like, I wonder if like Max needs to go potty. Well, maybe he doesn't, and I'm kind of busy, so then I'll ask him. I'll be like, hey, Max, do you need to go potty? And he always says no, because he's in a no phase right now, where it's like
everything's no.
Yeah, hey, Max, do you want to eat breakfast? No. And then
do you want to not eat breakfast? No.
Yeah. You put breakfast in front of him. Is this so yummy? While he's like eating it, he's like, no. So I'm like, hey, do you need to go potty? He's like, no. And then literally like minutes later, he goes potty. So I was sitting on the couch the other day talking with my friend, and I felt this really warm sensation kind of in my pocket where my phone was. So I was like, at first I thought, oh no, Max just like peed on my lap because he was sitting right next to me. But then I was like, well, maybe it's my phone getting hot. So I pulled my phone out, and like my pants were dry, my phone was fine, and I was like, that was really weird. And then literally like 10 seconds later, Max peed on the couch, and it got all over my leg. And I was just like, man, I seriously thought that he had just peed on me, and then he peed all over the couch and me. And sometimes parents have intuition. Like, I believe in this stuff, and I know a couple other people who do too, where it's like when your kids have a need, you just understand it right before it happens, maybe. So like when they have like needing to release their bladder or whatever, like you can feel that sensation coming before it does. And this is way more common with infants. Now I'm kind of taking a deep dive here, but this is more common with infants, where, you know, it's like the first couple of days of life, you can just feel what your baby needs because they obviously have no way of communicating. But even sometimes with a toddler, yeah, just weird stuff will happen. Like the other day, I was in the kitchen doing dishes, and Max was outside playing in the garden. So we're not even in the same proximity of each other. And I all of a sudden smelled poop. I don't know what it was, but Computer
Screen went
died.
black. We're
Came
still
back.
live.
We're still here.
Anybody there?
Hello, hello. Anyways, I smelled poop just like for a brief second, and I was like, I wonder if he pooped his pants. So I dash outside. Sure enough, he had pooped his pants. And I couldn't really smell it like outside or anything, but I was just in the kitchen and I just smelled this little brief thing in my brain that was like, I think Max just pooped his pants. And I went outside and sure enough, he had.
Speaking
Sorry.
of pooping your pants, it just reminded me of this happened today. I was at a coffee shop doing some work, working on some estimates. And I was sitting in such a way where I wasn't like completely under the table, so I could kind of like look down and see like half of my thigh, so there was a lot of room. I was kind of hunched over, kind of in a bad position. But anyways, I'm just working and I'm like, man, something smells really bad, and
No.
I hadn't put what I'm about to tell you into like my thinking, but I was like, oh, something smells really bad. Wonder what that is. And then I just continue and kind of readjust, and I was kind of like looking around the coffee room. I was like, is someone in here that's homeless? Because it smelled like really just like strong, and it wouldn't go away. So then I'm like, man, maybe it's these pants. Because sometimes I go a couple days without like cleaning my pants, and I alternate. And I just had my casual work pants that I think it was on like day 2, or day 3.
Yeah.
Um, and I was like, it smells horrible.
Oh no.
And then the more I began to like to just sit there and smell it, I was like, oh, it smells like poop. I was like, do these pants really smell that bad, or am I like getting to that age of life where it's like I just start to smell like poop? I couldn't like figure it out, and then it dawned on me. Just earlier, I was at a job walking it with the contractor, and the yard was full of dog poop, and I stepped in it.
Oh no.
So I had forgotten that there was dog poop on my boot. So when I got to the coffee shop, I was sitting there just like smelling poop, but I had completely forgotten. So it kind of normalized. But then, like, once I began to really smell it, I was trying to figure out what it was. So for a second, I thought it was just like me smelling horrible.
Right. That's such a horrible feeling.
Yeah, I was like, man, I feel bad. After I like remembered, I was like, I feel bad for all these people in here. But like, whatever, I got work to do.
Oh, you didn't do anything about it?
No, I was like,
you just
whatever.
hung out dog.
Yep.
You're just like, hey, it is what it is.
Yep.
Man, that'd be a horrible feeling to just be like, well, I think I just smell like poop now. So such is life. Or to be stuck in public and like stuck with poop on your pants or something.
Right. Well, good thing dog poop has a distinct smell.
That's true.
If it was human poop, you could kind of be like, what is that smell? It smells horrible. Whereas with dog people, it's like, oh, someone stepped in pile of dog poop.
And it is weird. You can't kind of tell the difference.
Mm-hmm.
One time, do you remember this? It was before we had kids. Sparta was out in the park, and she rolled in something. And I brought her home, and I could not figure out what it was, but she just smelled awful. And I got it on my hands because I was trying to wash or whatever. And you came home that day from work, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. Like, she rolled in something. I'm like, it's not like a dead animal smell. It's not like cat poop smell. Like, I cannot figure it out. And you diagnosed it right away. You're like, that smells like human poop. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And we were having a
now I remember.
There was like a homeless problem back then, back in our neighborhood, and kind of off under the power lines. Yeah, and I was just like, I had never thought about it before, but I was like, after that, I just had this whole realization. I was like, you're right. Like, you can't tell the difference between like different animals.
Yep.
And like their poop smell.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was disgusting. Emily's hands smell like poop.
It did.
Human
and
poop.
I tried. I almost. I mean, if your right hand causes you to stumble, chop it off. Yeah. And that was causing me some stumbling. I was like, man, get this hand away from me. That was awful. Yeah. But we finally got it figured out. But well, I'm sorry that happened to you, but that's kind of funny.
I'm glad it wasn't human poop.
Good thing coffee shops smell so good.
I know.
It probably balanced it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, it smells amazing in here. And hey, it kept everyone away from you while you're getting work done. So
right.
There you go. Worked out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So speaking of getting dirty and getting work done, do you want to tell us about the Spartan race that you did?
Yeah, so I ran the Spartan race this past weekend with Todd and Juan. So we had our team. We put together a team, and we completed the 5K with, I think it was approximately 20 obstacles. So it was a sprint. So they kind of, no one's watching. There's no refs like, you better get going, But yeah, you're required to sprint and then do the obstacles after I think 2 miles. Yeah, so the race started off really good. They got a microphone. They got you in like a little tunnel. They're like hyping you up, getting you ready for the race and whatnot. But what we did not expect was the dust, the amount of dust that would
really
just get kicked up because everyone's running on it.
Oh.
And we were primarily in the middle of the pack the entire time. So the first mile for sure, there was dust in the air and you could taste it and you were like swallowing it.
Were you coughing?
I was spitting. I was spitting a lot. But even afterwards, you can ask Todd. Todd said that after he ate, he just had like a stomach ache. And I did too. No. Because you're just like swallowing dust, like dirt. And there was no way to avoid it. In hindsight, I would have brought a mask. But typically, it's like a rainy season. It's rainy season and the dirt is mud. So you're like running through the mud and it's really hard and you're falling and stuff like that. But it's just a super dry day. So the first like 2 miles was just inhaling dust. But it was nice. They had a little break after about half a mile at the top of the hill. We had a banana and they gave us water. Yeah.
Nice.
So
a little potassium.
Yeah, a little potassium. Mm-hmm. So we made our way up the hill and then we went back down. So going back down is obviously like a break. You're just like trying to stop yourself from falling. And then you hit the obstacles. So, man, let me think about all the obstacles. The first obstacle we had was jumping over a wall that was probably like 6'5", I think. So you just kind of put your hands on top of the wall and kind of like work your way over. Mm-hmm. However that plays out for each person.
Is it kind of like however you get over it, you just get over it?
Exactly, yeah.
Gotcha.
You can go around it, but it's 30 burpees. So that's the penalty. 30 burpees. And if you guys don't know what a burpee is, it's where you start out just standing up, right? And then you drop down to a push-up position, and then you do one push-up, and then you get back up to your feet, and then you jump up in the air as high as you can. So that's one burpee.
Yeah, so you do 30 of those?
30 of them, yeah.
I can't even do one push-up.
I know. The alternative is you do it on your knees. So you get down, you get on your knees and do like a knee push-up, and then you still have to jump. So, yeah, if you can't accomplish any of the obstacles, then you have to do a burpee or 30 burpees. Let's see, the second obstacle, oh man, what was it? Can't even remember. Let's see. It's probably not in the exact order, but the next one that comes to mind was there's a rope and it's on an incline. So like you're on top of the hill and the rope is going down the hill and there's a weight on top of like a pan. So you're supposed to take the rope and like hoist it up to you. So it's going uphill.
Okay.
Right. And then once it gets to you, then there's a handle on the pan and you're supposed to drag it back down. It was actually the funny part is me and Juan kept messing up, but we kept doing the girls. Because there's a girls section and then a guys section, and the girls section is obviously lighter, like 40 pounds lighter. So me and Juan were doing that, and we're like, man, this is super easy. And then the instructor's like, sorry guys, I directed to the wrong one. It's this one. And then you go over to the guys. You're like, wow, this is actually kind of hard.
Right.
So that was pretty funny. Oh yeah, then me and Juan were making jokes. We're like, oh man, it'd be so funny, just like if someone asks us again, like, hey, you need to do the guy stuff. To be like, oh, how do you know I'm not a woman? So sure enough, we go over to some bags that we're supposed to carry for like, I don't know, 200 yards. And Juan accidentally, once again, went to go grab the girl's bag. And I was like, oh, Juan, that's the girl's bag. He's like, oh, my bad. Or no, that's not how it went. He went to grab a girl's bag and some girl was like, hey, that's for the girls. And then Juan's like, how do you know I'm not a girl? And then she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. We were just cracking up. It was just like the funniest thing. It's like, do you think he looks like a girl? Because he doesn't.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so that was another obstacle. You're supposed to pick up a bag. uh, carry it downhill, kind of on your shoulders or however you want it. You could carry it on top of your head. They don't really care,
Oh,
but it's just make sure you don't drop it. So you go down a hill and then you carry it back up, and
well,
then
you have to carry it down and up.
yeah, down and up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's pretty intense. And then there's another obstacle where you're supposed to like climb on this wall and it goes like zigzag and makes like a Z, and
Okay.
it's just like rock climbing but laterally,
Okay.
and it's really not that hard, in my opinion. So yeah, that was one, and then the other one began like all the foot race obstacles, I'd say, because then you jump into the mud, and then you're going up and down these
Okay.
mud obstacles, and you're getting all dirty, and then you're crawling underneath the wire through mud, on your
Mm-hmm.
elbows and toes. Um, and then yeah, there's a couple other ones where you had to carry a bucket. There was one in particular where you had to carry a bucket full of rocks, and that one was the hardest,
Was
in my
it?
opinion. Yeah, because it's just like gravel, and then
And the bucket's kind of awkward.
yeah, the bucket's awkward. The bottom of the buckets is like sharp lines, so it kind of gets into your skin.
Yeah.
So you just kept readjusting, but
How far do you have to carry the bucket?
uh, not that far.
Okay.
Well, we were talking about it. It's like it's crazy how there's women in other countries carrying buckets with that weigh about that much on top of their head
I
for
know.
miles, and we're
Yeah.
like crying after a couple hundred feet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally. Especially water.
Mm-hmm.
Because water, you just get off balance. You're going to lose all your water.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know how they do that.
Yeah. So overall, there were some monkey bars. Then at the end of the race were all like the climbing obstacles, monkey bars, climbing up a rope. I think there's two monkey bars, and then at the very end, there's a consolation mile where if you run the last mile, you get a little token, and with the token, you get an energy drink. It's free. You're like, okay, that's great. So we did that, and let me tell you, they're trying to break everyone's ankles because there was holes everywhere in the mile that they had like roped off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, your
Was
ankles were
that a
just like
lawn? Or was it
it was
just
like
dirt?
lawn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with a bunch of potholes.
What?
I don't know if like cows graze in that area, when there's no
Oh,
events going on.
right.
But yeah, there's just like holes
Oh,
everywhere. And we're like,
no.
yeah, I don't know if this was worth it. At the very end of the race, we like roll our ankles and
Right.
can't even finish the last mile.
Get one can
Yeah,
of an energy
exactly.
drink.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. It was fun. Yeah, there was good weather. We had a blast working as a team and encouraging
Mhm.
each other. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, thanks for telling us about that. That's awesome. I just think it's so cool that you did that.
Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
first time I'd ever done something like that.
Yeah. It's
So
like kind of random, but turned out to be really fun. And
yeah.
yeah, maybe someday get Max out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right now he skins his knees and
He's getting
the
ready.
the world is ending when, there's any scratch or bruise, but we'll work on it. Yeah. Maybe he'll be able to carry a bucket on his shoulder
I know.
someday. Oh man, that kid. He's in this phase right now of telling his sob story every time something bad happens to him. Today he had oh man, it's just this bad series of events, and I didn't know what to believe, but I just have to believe what he says because I didn't see any of it happen. I was telling Ezra about this earlier. He comes in howling, and he's got a skinned knee, so I asked him what happened. And he points at the sidewalk and he's blubbering about how he tripped, I guess, on the sidewalk. I was like, okay, so we stick a band aid on it. He goes back outside, comes in howling again. And I'm like, what's the matter? Well, he starts pointing at the barbecue, which was on because I was cooking some stuff. And he can say hot. So he was like, hot. And he's like crying. So I'm like panicked. I was like, let me see your hands. And so I'm like looking at his hands and they were like totally fine, like nothing, except his knee was all skinned up. So all I could figure was that he got scared of the hot barbecue and tripped and fell and skinned his other knee. And then he sliced his finger open, but it looked like a paper cut. Like it was very small, but like definitely just a line across his finger. And he claimed, in his non English way, that he cut himself on the broom. I have no idea how he did that
The
either. So
Swiffer. The
yeah, our little
Swiffer.
Swiffer. So he's
I
blaming
tried
it.
cutting myself too. I grabbed that thing. I was like trying to cut my own hand. I was like, I don't know how he did it.
I don't know either. So I don't know if the Swiffer has just become the scapegoat for all these bad things.
Maybe the Swiffer was the witness.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe yes.
and the
He's
the fireplace, the
fireplace.
barbecue was the witness.
The
Wow.
barbecue was the perpetrator,
Yes.
and Swiffer was there to see it all.
Right.
But Swiffer wasn't talking. Nope, he
Nope.
wasn't talking. So
He wasn't swimming.
nope. He was swiffing, not biffing.
Yep.
Max was biffing. Swiffer
Yep.
was swiffing. Oh man. All right, we can wrap it up here. Let me see what else I have. We could do a couple life hacks here. Let's see. Let's see. Steaming mug in the microwave. So, I love a good life hack for cleaning because cleaning the house is something that I just have to do all the time because we have two kids and two adults.
Two, I was gonna say two adults.
I guess
two adults and two kids.
Two adults and two kids, and the two adults are probably more messy than two kids because our kids are very small. But yeah, especially when it comes to the microwave, kids don't use that. But I discovered something on accident. So if you take a cup of water, a mug of water, I should say, and you put it in the microwave and heat it for like 2 or 3 minutes, about what you would heat it up for tea, because this is what I was doing. I took a mug of water, put it in the microwave. I think it was like 3 minutes. And then I forgot about it. So it heated up in the microwave and then it sat in there and steamed for a while. And it made the entire inside of the microwave really moist. So when I opened it up to get my tea out, this is after like 10 minutes of sitting in there.
Wow.
It was all steamy in there, but all the like buildup of things getting microwaved, like maybe some butter will like splatter on the top, and there's like spaghetti sauce a little bit here, and this and that, whatever, and it all kind of gets crusty inside. It all wiped right out. Like,
wow.
I kid you not, I took a paper towel and I just wiped it. I didn't have to scrub at all.
Are you kidding me?
Because it all had just softened up with the hot steam in there.
That's smart.
It was like steaming the microwave. And I was like, why have I never thought about this before?
Huh.
It was crazy.
Life hack.
Life hack. I could not believe it. And I mean, I remember growing up, a chore was to clean the microwave out. And you take a soap and a scrubber and you like scrub the top of the microwave and whatever. And
ladies and gentlemen,
life changing.
Life changing.
Yeah. So maybe one of these days I'll make a little like 20-second like video of how to clean your microwave super fast with Emily Chavez. So yeah, that's your life hack of the week. Is just take a hot, no, not a hot mug. Take a cold cup of water, put it in the microwave, and make it hot and make it steam in there. But you have to leave it for like 5 to 10 minutes. Let it all soak pretty good.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it worked amazingly well. I couldn't believe it. So yeah. Anyway, do you have anything to add before we go?
Life hacks? No, I didn't have any life hacks reserved.
Life hacks? No. So yeah, we'll call it good. Get on with our evening, but well, thanks guys for joining us. I hope you all are having a great week. And yeah, we'll try to get podcasts out whenever we find some time to do it. But leave us a comment of what you want to hear about next episode. And if you have any song suggestions or games we could play that are audio games so that everyone can understand, let us know. And if you leave us a great comment, we might read it next week for everyone to hear. Or maybe we won't. We'll have to see. Anyways, talk to you guys later.
See ya.